sorry. I'd like to start our meeting today, calling to order the Standing Committee of Natural Resources and Economic Development. My name's Brad Johns. I'm the MLA for Sackville-Uniacke. I'll be the chair of the committee. For the purposes today is to discuss our organizational matters and to hold our agenda sitting. Nice to see everybody here today. I'm sure we're all going to get along good over the next year and work so well together. So it's wonderful to see the MLAs here with us today. I would ask that everybody please ensure that your cell phone is turned off. And for emergency purposes, if there is an emergency, we'll exit onto Granville Street exit and walk up to Grand Parade. And before we go on, I would like to provide an opportunity for committee members to introduce themselves for the record. So I'll start with the government side and ask that you provide your name and your constituency, please.
Yeah, my name is Kyle McQuarrie. I'm the MLA for Inverness, and I'm the vice chair of this committee on natural resources and economic development.
Hi there, Tom Taggart, excuse me, MLA for Colchester North.
David Bowlby, MLA for Annapolis.
Good afternoon, Julie Van Exen, MLA King South.
Ian Rankin, Timberley Prospect, he, him.
Krista Gallagher, Halifax, Chebucto, she, her.
Susan LeBlanc, MLA for Dartmouth North, she, her.
Thank you very much. I'd also like to note for the record the presence of Legislative Counsel Genevieve Harvey, as well as the Legislative Committee Clerk Tamar Nusebi. Okay, so just a few notes here in regards to organizational matters for the committee. This is the first meeting, of course, of the Natural Resources Economic Committee in this session. Therefore, the committee has to run over a few of the rules and how we're going to conduct our procedures. The committee guide reference document has been distributed to all members, and I would like to now provide an overview for the members of what the committee's mandate is. The Natural Resources and Economic Development Committee is established for the purposes of considering matters relative to natural resources and economic development, including agriculture, aquaculture, business, energy and environment, fisheries, forestry, infrastructure marketing, mines, public works, science, technology, tourism, trade, and transportation. Members, legislative staff, caucus researchers, and legislation council office staff will be attending all the meetings. Meetings are televised, live streamed, and open to public attendance. The committee typically will be meeting on the third Tuesday of every month from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. Yeah. In the committee room here at One Government Place. Is the committee, that's the procedure in the past, is the committee still okay with that procedure moving forward?
Just a correction. Fourth Tuesday of every month.
I'm sorry, so I'm just to make sure that I think I said third, it is the fourth Tuesday of the month. Is that still okay with everybody? Good. Just a reminder, in the past, the committee has not met during summer months of July and August or during house sittings. Does the committee wish to continue this practice? Perfect. Witness questioning procedure. Recognize MLA McQuarrie, please.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion. I move that the Standing Committee on Natural Resources and Economic Development adopt a question format of 30 minutes for the government caucus, 20 minutes for the official opposition, and 10 minutes for the third party. Additional time will then be split evenly, with half going to the government caucus and the other half shared by the two opposition caucuses.
Thank you. We have a motion on the floor. Any discussion? I recognize MLA LeBlanc, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With all due respect, I think that this is an unfair sharing of time for the committees. I think that we should. I know that this committee in the past did not even use time allotment, but it was just questions. Whoever had questions would have their questions answered in order as the chair saw them. But I do think that if we are going to allot time, we should just make it a straight 20-20-20 and then divide the remaining time up evenly among the three caucuses.
Thank you. Any other question or comments on the motion? All those in favor, aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Nay. It's passed. Thank you. Agenda setting procedures. When we're considering the agenda setting, caucuses will present a list of potential topics and corresponding witnesses for deliberation. As it stands, the government party is allowed 3 topics. The official opposition is allowed 2 topics, and the third party 1 throughout the committee year. So I believe that all caucuses have submitted to the clerk some suggestions for topics. So it has been the practice of the committee to have requests to appear considered by each caucus separately for inclusion in their suggested topic list. We do have the topics forward, I believe. Everybody's brought their topics forward. Does the committee wish to make any changes? Recognize MLA Taggart.
So just for clarity, by any changes, you mean changes to this list?
So we haven't got to the actual lists yet.
You're talking about changes in the process?
Yes.
Thank you.
Recognize MLA LeBlanc, please.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I apologize. Could you repeat the number of topics per caucus thing that you just said?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So in the past, the governing party was allowed 3 topics. Official opposition would be allowed 2 topics, and the third party would bring 1 topic each year. And then my question was, if the committee is okay with that procedure, we'll move forward into looking at the topics. So I'd recognize MLA LeBlanc again, please.
In principle, I agree with this, but that makes 6 topics, and we have 8, 12, take away 2. We have 10 months into the year. So what happens? We just sort of go back to agenda setting when we sort of get to the end of the list?
Yeah. Yes, thank you, MLA LeBlanc. That the intention would be, as the committee's meeting, we would know that there will be people who will submit requests to appear before the committee. So we'll have an opportunity to consider those, as well as anything that pops up that the individual parties would like to bring forward. If in case there isn't, we'll just have another agenda setting meeting and do the same process all over again. Recognizing MLA Taggart, please.
In the case of somebody requesting to come before the committee, is that something that was just a majority vote, or is it unanimous consent, or how's that?
So I'll get to that. But what would typically happen is they would contact through the clerk and the chair of the committee, who would then bring it forward to the committee for a discussion at that time. Okay. Carry on. So the committee does not post witness presentations and requested information. Should the committee wish to upload such documents, it must come with approval of their publication to the legislation's website and help the legislative library. Does the committee agree with this still? So anything that's to paraphrase, I guess, anything that comes forward from the committee, whether it's handouts or anything like that, is not automatically posted to the website. It goes to the members of the committee. Okay. Notices of the meeting are often accompanied by the Legislative Library's research package as described in the provided pamphlet, which MLAs have in front of them. And sent to members, witnesses, legislative staff, and caucuses a week in advance of the meeting via an appointment, email, Supporting documents such as the agenda, memberships list, seating plan, committee correspondence are sent to members, witnesses, and caucuses the day before the meeting. Correspondence that is directed to the committee, such as witness submissions, requests to appear, letters, or emails, are distributed to members as soon as they are received. Any issues or concerns around these? Great. So now we'll move into our agenda setting portion. So as I said earlier, the government would be proposing 3 topics, and so what I think I will do is ask the government to present each of them individually if they could, and then members at the table can vote on each of those instead of doing them block, if everybody's okay with that. I'd recognize MLA Taggart, please, for the first topic from the PC caucus.
Thank you, Chair. I move that the first topic for the PC caucus be implementing the critical mineral strategy with the following witnesses: John Whiteman from the Goldfield Group, Mark Hayward, President and CEO, EDM Resources Incorporated, Sean Kirby, Executive Director, Mining Association, Nova Scotia, and a representative from the Department of Natural Resources.
We have a motion. I would recognize MLA Rankin, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I note that you have a number of stakeholders representing industry, and that's fine, and you have the department, but I think what is missing here is any representation from Mi'kmaq, given that they are treaty holders and recognizing the Constitution, the duty to consult. So I would simply ask that we just add the regional chief. I think could sufficiently represent, there's 13 bands, but if we just added one person, the regional chief for Mi'kmaq would be, I think, a helpful addition to the topic.
So there is an amendment on the floor. Anyone else like to speak to the amendment? If not, we'll call, recognizing MLA LeBlanc, please.
I just want to speak in favor of that amendment. I think that's really important that we make sure that we have, all things that when we're talking about natural resources that we're hearing from the voices of the Mi'kmaq, and I like MLA Rankin's suggestion.
Thank you. Any further discussions? If not, we'll call for a vote on the motion. Those in favor, on the amendment, I'm sorry. Those in favor, aye. Those opposed, nay. And so the amendment's carried. Thank you. Move to the main motion of the topic, implementing the critical mineral strategy. All those in favor of adding it? Oh, thank you. Those opposed? Okay, wonderful. And I'll go back to MLA Taggart for topic number 2 from the PC caucus, please.
I move that the second topic of the PC caucus be the impact of the Nova Scotia Loyal Program with the following witnesses: representatives from the Department of Growth and Development, the Department of Service Nova Scotia, and the Department of Agriculture.
Motion on the floor. Any discussions? All those in favor, aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Thank you, MLA Taggart, and I'll go to you for your third one, please.
I move that the third topic for the PC caucus be the development of Nova Scotia Power battery plants with the following witnesses: representatives from the Department of Natural Resources and Nova Scotia Power.
Thank you. Motion on the floor. Any discussions? Those in favor, aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Thank you. I will now recognize the NDP caucus to bring forward their 2, and to do that, I would recognize MLA LeBlanc, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The first topic that we'd like to bring forward is reviewing the Energy Poverty Task Force report and recommendations. And the proposed witnesses are members of the Energy Poverty Task Force, so reps from the Affordable Energy Coalition, the Ecology Action Centre, Efficiency Nova Scotia, Nova Scotia Power, the Town of Bridgewater, and the Department of Opportunities and Social Development.
Thank you, MLA LeBlanc. We have a motion on the floor. We do have a discussion. MLA Van Axen, please.
I'd like to amend the title. I move that the title of the NDP topic be changed from reviewing the Energy Poverty Task Force report and recommendations to energy pricing, and amend the witness list to include representatives from the Department of Energy and the Department of Opportunities and Social Development.
We have a amendment. Those who want to discuss the amendment, I'll recognize MLA LeBlanc, please.
Thank you. Well, I'll just point out that we do, in the suggested witness list, there is a list, or is listed the Department of Opportunities and Social Development. So really, that's not necessary to be added. But I would say that this topic is quite specific in our view, and that is that we have a report from the Energy Poverty Task Force that was put together by the government, Nova Scotia Power, and other stakeholders. And so the idea is that we're not talking about energy pricing in general, we're talking about energy poverty and the recommendations from that task force. So yeah, I don't know if it's a confusing title or if there's a reason why the government wants to change it to energy pricing, and I'd love to hear the reasoning behind it. But for in our view, this is about the report and the recommendations and where we are with the implementation of those recommendations.
Thank you. Any other discussion on the amendment that is on the floor? I'd call for the question on that amendment, please. Those in favor signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. And moving on to the that is carried. We'll move on now to the main motion that was on the floor in regards to this topic. Those in favor, aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Okay, and I would go back to the NDP caucus, please, this time recognizing MLA Gallagher, please.
Thank you, Chair. The second topic we'd like to bring forward is preserving and restoring the health of coastal ecosystems. Witnesses include Dr. Christina Broder, Dr. Derek Tintinser, a representative from the Confederacy of Mainland Mi'kmaq, and a representative from the Ecology Action Center.
Thank you very much, MLA Gallagher. I would recognize MLA Rankin, please.
Just thought you might want to entertain bringing somebody representing government, so I would say like a representative from Department of Environment, just given they have the mandate to preserve and protect certain percentages of land. So I don't think it needs to be the Deputy Minister, but I think if we just add representative of Department of Environment and Climate Change.
Okay. Recognize MLA Bowlby, please.
I move to amend the resolution, the title of the NDP resolution, Preserving and Restoring the Health of Coastal Ecosystems, to be changed to the Coastal Protection Action Plan. And I guess we don't need to, we've already got the Department of Environment in there?
No, it's not in there.
So I'm sorry, MLA Bowlby. I wasn't sure if MLA Rankin was putting a amendment on or if it was just a suggestion. I do know that the motion that's there encompasses that, but did you want to be recognized as it being an amendment? Yeah. Okay. So I recognize Councillor Rankin, please, for a moment. Or yeah. I still think you're dead, though. Hey.
So, yeah, I will amend to add the Department of Environment, and I would say that I think the topic is fine as is, and if we're moving it to just a coastal action plan, then that's quite specific to one initiative. But I think the government can speak to coastal ecosystems and protected land without trying to be micro-targeted to a specific plan within that scope. So my motion is just adding the witness from Department of Environment.
Okay. I recognize anyone who is in favor of the amendment, please signify with aye. Aye. Nay, those opposed with nay. Moving to MLA Bowlby's amendment. I would ask that if you could, and I apologize, restate it for the record, and I guess you can leave out the part that was amended by MLA Rankin.
I move that the title of the NDP topic, Preserving and Restoring the Health of Coastal Ecosystems, be changed to the Coastal Protection Action Plan.
Motion on the floor. Any discussion on that? Those in favor signify with aye. Opposed, nay. So moving on now to the Liberal caucus. I'm sorry? So we will vote on the amended motion. All those in favor signify aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Thank you. All right, so now we'll move to the Liberal caucus to present their topic, please. I'd recognize MLA Rankin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I will propose the topic of a progress report on wind power. And I'm going to recommend that we keep the ministers, or the Deputy Minister for Department of Environment and Climate Change and Deputy Minister for Department of Energy. And I think that's all we need actually for the focus of that discussion, just the government representatives.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor from the Liberal caucus. Any discussion? I would recognize MLA Macquarie, please.
Does that leave, like, if the deputy wants to bring another representative, that would be okay?
Recognize MLA Rankin.
I'm fine with that. We'll just say Deputy Minister or representative. Yep.
Thank you. Everyone in favor of that signify aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. We're doing pretty good so far. So that gives us some direction over the next couple of weeks or months as the committee moves forward. I would like to point out, and I think this was asked earlier, so that if there are organizations or groups who do wish to appear before the committee, they should submit in writing a written request to the Legislative Committee office addressed to the chair of the committee. Once a request is received, it'll be discussed at a future committee meeting to see if they can be scheduled independent on time availability. We do have, although it's going to be a very brief presentation, we do have a request from the Legislative Library who would like to take the opportunity to appear before the committee to discuss their role in committee meeting preparation at a future meeting. As I said, there is a pamphlet in front of all the MLAs that highlights some of the things that they would like to discuss. They say it's going to be 5 minutes. If there's no opposition, I think to just invite them to our next meeting. Okay, so we'll do that. All right, so just before we wind down, I do want to recognize for Hansard, my apologies, but so for Hansard, all motions that were put here have been passed today and carried. Okay, and with that, our next meeting of the committee will be May the 27th of 2025. Our presenters will be dependent on who's available to come, ideally in the order that we've presented. And if there's nothing else, we'll adjourn the meeting. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you.